Hello guys, welcome back. In my last video, I treated solving simultaneous equations using substitution method, and I was able to take one or two examples on how we can solve simultaneous equation using substitution method. Now, in this particular video, I'll be explaining and showing you how to solve simultaneous equation using elimination method, and I'll be taking few examples in order for you to be able to solve simultaneous equation. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification so that when I produce or create videos on this topic, you'll be the first person to be notified. So let's go into the video and let's go into the topic of today, and let's see how we can actually solve simultaneous equation.
So as I've said earlier, you're welcome back. As I've said earlier, we'll be learning how to solve simultaneous linear equations, and this method we'll be learning how to solve it by elimination method. And I want us to understand the meaning of the word eliminate. Eliminate means, in other words, to get rid of something. Now, in this particular equations that we see on the board, 3x minus 4y equals to minus 5, that's equation 1. X minus y equals to 1 minus 1, equation 2. In this particular method, we are expected to find the values of x and y, and we want to do that by elimination method. So since we have two variables that we are interested in finding their values, we have to select one of the variables and we have to eliminate one of the variables. So you have to decide which one you want to eliminate first. So in this case, I'm going to eliminate x first. For me to do that, I have to first look at the coefficient of the variable x in equation 1. I can see on the board coefficient of x, this is 3, and the coefficient of y is minus 4. So I consider that. And in equation 2, coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is minus 1. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply equation 1, or the equation by 1, because the coefficient of x is 1, and I'm going to multiply equation 2 by 3. So let me do that. Let's do that and see what we have. So if we are actually trying to multiply equation 1 by 1, equation 2 by 3, what we are actually going to achieve is equal coefficient for x. So if you multiply equation 1 by 1, you have the equation to be remaining the same. Now if you multiply equation 2 by 3, the new equation that will be given to you will be 3x minus 3y equals to minus 3. So you can see now, so this is the new equation that we have on the board. We are combining these two equations, and we have been able to achieve the same coefficient for x. So what we are going to do is, actually the next step is to subtract equation 3 from 4. When we subtract equation 3 from 4, subtract x from x, that's 3x minus 3x, and 3y minus 3y, 4y equals to minus 3 minus 5. That's what we have. We have been able to subtract equation 3 from 4. So 3x will be eliminated from this equation. 3x will actually be eliminated from this equation. So because the 3x minus 3x will give us 0, so we have eliminated it. So in this case, we are now left with variable y. We can now have it to be minus 3y plus 4y is equals to minus 3 plus 5. So this is what we have. Minus 3y plus 4y is the same thing as 4y minus 3y, which is the same thing as, which is equals to 2. So our y will be equals to 2. So this is the first value of y. Since we have not gotten the values of y, we can now call any of the equation on the board that we have seen here. Remember that this is equation 1, x minus y equals to minus 1. So we can recall back x minus y, x minus y equals to minus 1. Now remember that the values of y is 2. So we can substitute for the values of 2 as x minus 2 equals to minus 1. And we can now collect like terms. It should now be x is equals to minus 1 minus 2 plus 2. So minus 1 plus 2, x will now give us 1. So the values of x, we have y as, we got y as 2, and we got x as 1. So in this case, once you are through getting the values of x and y, you can actually check if your answer is actually correct by substituting for the values of x and y into all the equations and check if the right hand side of the equation is equal to the left hand side. So let's do that. This is the original equation that we have on the board given to us to solve, and when we've been able to solve it and we arrive at y equals to 2 and x equals to 1. So we want to check if 3x minus 4 will be equal to 5. What is on the left hand side? Left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. So like 2. We want to check 3 minus 8 is equals to minus 5, which is equals to the right hand side. So the equation, so we have another set of equations on the board. 2x plus 4y equals to 2, equation 1. So we can see, and 6x minus 4y equals to 30, equation 2. If you look at the variable x in equation 1, coefficient of x is 2, while in equation 2, coefficient of x is 6. Now, but if you look at the coefficient of y, you see that the coefficient of y is balanced already. 4, 4. That is the coefficient of y, which is already balanced. So in this case, we don't really need to balance any variable. We just decide to eliminate variable y because we have the same coefficient in variable y. So in this case, we add equation 1 and 2. So that's what we do. We add it. We add it because equation 1, we have a plus for y, plus 4, and equation 2, we have a minus 4. So for us to eliminate plus minus number goes with addition because the signs are different. But if assuming its signs are the same, minus, minus, or plus, plus, you must go with subtraction, subtract one from the other. So in this case, we are going to add. So we have 2x plus 6x plus 4y plus minus 4y and equals to equals to 42 plus 30. So we have been able to add these two equations together. So the result of what we have is, what we have now is 8x plus 4y minus 4y equals to 72. So this is what we have. Now we can see that plus 4y and minus 4y will cancel. Now I have 8x is equals to 72. We can now divide both sides by 8, by both sides by 8. So in this case, we have x is equals to 9. So our x now will be equal to 9. Then we proceed to calling one of these equations on the board. Either you call equation 2 or you call equation 3, equation 1 or equation 2. I'm going to call equation 1, which is 2x plus 4y equals to 42. Remember that my x is 9. So I will have 2 into bracket 9 plus 4y equals to 42. So that will be 18. 2 times 9 is 18 plus 4y equals to 42. What I will do now is collect like terms, CLT, collect like terms. That will be 4y is equals to 42 minus 18. So 42 minus 18, 42 minus 18, that will give you what? That will give you 24. So 4y is equals to 24. Can now divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. Then your y is equals to 6. So you can actually go and check, like the way I've actually explained to you before. See that 4y is equals to 6. Yeah, in this case also we have another equations on the board. 3x plus 5y equals to 47. That is equation 1. 2x plus 3y equals to 29. That is equation 2. Now in this case we can see that coefficient of x in equation 1 is 3, while coefficient of x in equation 2 is 2. Coefficient of y in equation 1 is 5, while coefficient of y in equation 2 is 3. So what we do, we don't have equal values of coefficients. We choose one of the variables we want to eliminate. I want to eliminate y. So I will multiply all the equation of equation 1 by the coefficient 3, and I will multiply equation 2 by 5. That's what I'm going to do. So the reason why I've done this, as I said earlier, is also for me to be able to balance y. And if I'm able to balance y, I'll be able to eliminate y. So the new equation will be 9x plus 15y, that's 3 times 5y is 15y, is equals to 47 times 3. That will give us 141, and we have 10x. This is equation 3. 10x plus 15y is equals to 29 times 5. That will be 145. Equation 4. So this is what we have. Now we've been able to make sure that our y, because y is what I'm interested in eliminating, I've been able to make sure that it's balanced. So what I'm going to do now, because I have a plus 15 for both of equation 1 and 2 as a coefficient of y, I'm going to go ahead to subtract. I told you earlier, if the same sign are the same, you have to subtract in order to get one of them eliminated. So I'm going to subtract equation, any of this, equation 3 from 4. Subtract equation 3 from 4. So that's what I'm going to do. So I have 10x minus 9x plus 15y minus plus 15y then equals to 145 minus 141. So this is what I have. After subtracting equation 3 from 4, this is what I have. So I have 10x minus 9x, that would be x plus 15y minus 15y is equals to 4. So this will cancel this. Our x will be equals to 4. So in this case, this is what we have. Our x is 4. So since we've gotten the values of our x, we can bring any of these equations on the board. Anyone that will want, let us call back equation 1. 3x plus 5y equals to 47. So I want to substitute for the value of x. Since x is 4, I'm going to substitute for it. We have 3 multiplied by 4 plus 5y is equals to 47. So this will be 12 plus 5y is equals to 47. So I will collect like terms. I have it to be 5y is equals to 47 minus 12. 47 minus 12, that will be 35. So 5y is equals to 35. Divide both side by 5. Divide both side by 5. Our y is equals to 7. So y equals to 7, yx is equals to 4. This is the solution to the simultaneous equation. So you can, as I've said, firstly, what you need to do, check the coefficient of the variables you want to solve. So by elimination, if the coefficients are not equal, you need to balance it. Choose one of the variables, balance your coefficient. If the coefficient is already balanced, then you don't need to just go ahead to look for one that is balanced and subtract. You are subtracting when you have the same signs, and you are adding when you have different signs for the coefficients. So, and if you do it correctly like this, then you will have been able to get the correct values of the variables. Then you can actually check it again by taking the expression on the right left hand side and checking if you are going to get the numbers on the right hand side. So if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe, click on the like, comment on the videos, and share with your friends. I will see you in the next lesson.